cellular teléfonos.
Oh, it says you're
Oh,
live.
we're live.
Broadcast is live. What's up? What's up? John Melton coming to you live with mylifestyleacademy.com. And I am fired up, jacked up, and excited. I hope you are as well. This is going to be a phenomenal training. This next probably, it's going to be, 30 minutes. No way. This is going to be 60 minutes. I'm just going to warn you, buckle up. Why? Because I've got three absolute rock stars that are killing it right now with TikTok and Reels. And if you've been following our page for a little while, we've been promoting this for some time, a little over a year now, since we've been leveraging short form videos. Obviously, the OG was TikTok. That's how it all started. And we still have a lot of distributors within our organization and in my network and other companies that are still crushing it with TikTok. But I'm really excited, not about Instagram Reels. Instagram Reels are cool too, but I'm very excited about Facebook Reels. I know some of you are going to say, I don't have Facebook Reels. I don't have Facebook Reels. Listen, you will. And if you don't, it's okay. It's not the only place to do short form videos. But I've been a big component of this for a while, because the reason I keep promoting it is I see short form videos as the future of marketing. And it's actually the present, but also the future, because people have a short attention span. I think we can all agree with that. People have a short attention span. So if we can have a short form video that creates some curiosity or is funny or inspiring, it's a great way to attract people to you. And because TikTok, first of all, and listen, I'm not an expert in this, but my wife Nadia is. And if you know us, we've been marketing online now for almost a decade, been in the network marketing direct sales space for 20 years, but specifically marketing online ever since like 2012, 2013, aggressively. And Nadia has edited a ton of videos. And still today, she says TikTok is the greatest video editing software she's ever used, which is super cool. But the beauty is you can take a TikTok and then upload it to Instagram and Facebook Reels, or you could just straight up use Facebook or Instagram Reels to make a reel. But I'm just telling you, it is the future. If you're not jumping on this, you need to jump on it. I know we're going to have a lot of people in various network marketing companies, but I'm curious, in the comments, we're live right now, by the way, on my profile, my business page, our team Facebook group, M Life Nation, also my Lifestyle Academy group, and on YouTube. So we're live all over the place. So I know we're gonna have people on here from all over the world. If you're hopping on live, let us know where you're coming in from. But also let me know, how long have you been in network marketing, and are you using TikTok or Reels to generate leads and even better, generate sales, recruit people? In fact, I've got three rock stars that are recruiting, that are selling, that are bringing in a ton of new business. And here's what excites me. We no longer have to rely on our warm market. We no longer have to rely on our friends and family or making a list of 100 people. Should you still start with your warm market? 1000% yes. If you're brand new or you're enrolling brand new people, you're not going to say, hey, go make some TikToks, go make some Reels. They're brand new. They should start with their immediate market of people, right? Their immediate network, their warm market, people that actually know them. But how many of us would agree at some point, you're going to tap out of your warm market? At some point, you're probably going to have less responses on your curiosity posts, on your launch videos, on your stories. You just can't rely on, in fact, think of any business. Any business is not going to just rely on the initial network of people, that warm market that you started with. Now, we do teach referral posts, and there are different strategies to tap into your existing network. You like that? Your existing network, right? Because you know people that know people that know people that know people that you don't know. But at the same time, there's just nothing like generating leads online and having someone come to you, raise their hand. And they're not always saying, hey, what's the product? I want to buy it. But they might just raise their hand in the sense that, like, they start following you. They drop a comment on one of your videos, and then you proactively connect with them on the back end. You send them a message. You get to know them. You build that relationship. You nurture that relationship over time. But the truth is, there's just something special about being able to generate leads and not have to rely on warm market and essentially build up a brand new warm market via cold market, having people come to you, requesting information, filling out an application. How many of us would be excited to have people filling out applications because they want to learn from you, work with you, they want to be mentored by you, they want to partner with you? How many of us would be excited to have sales coming in the door all day, every day? And, you know, I hope I don't get in trouble for this, but I'm going to try to keep this generic to prevent getting in trouble, hopefully. But I have to say, I got to share Jenny Jo's story real quick because Jenny Jo's on here. And the reason I have her on, because she is destroying it right now with Facebook Reels. I'm going to have her share her up-to-date numbers, but I know in the first 10 days of the month, just to give you some perspective, and I don't care what you're selling, lotions, potions, pills, water filters, skincare, cleaning products, knives, bowls, beads, pots, pans, jewelry, makeup, travel service, Forex trading, whatever you're selling, generating leads and building a following of people that know you, like you, and trust you, that can relate to you. Relatability is a major key. There's nothing better than that. There's nothing more exciting than having people come to you. And Jenny Jo has literally done, I know in the first 10 days, she had over 800 new customers. 800 new customers in the first 10 days from Facebook Reels. I think it's a pretty big deal. You know, over like 30,000 in sales from, you know, first 10 days. So again, hopefully I can say those numbers out loud publicly, but I'm just saying what's possible. We want to share with you these strategies and help you generate leads, recruit and enroll more customers, more teammates, build your business, leveraging short form videos. In fact, Jenny Jo, let's start with you, because your story is ridiculous. You've been crushing it on the selling side. And then I've got Ashley and Whitney, who are recruiting left and right, bringing on new people, starting new teams, you know, leveraging short form videos. And they've got some specific strategies as well. But Jenny Jo, you're leveraging Facebook Reels. You're totally smashing it right now. Super proud of you. And I would love for you to share a little bit about your story. And then, you know, you had a little bit of a snafu, if you will, with TikTok. Right? With TikTok, and then you converted over to Facebook Reels, jumped on it right away. And I would love for you to share your recent numbers, because it's mind-boggling. So I'm excited to have you on.
What is up, John? What is up, everyone? Oh my gosh. Okay, so things have been absolutely crazy. And like John said, if you were not utilizing short form videos, you need to jump on it like yesterday, because oh man, I'll tell you real quick, because I can't believe this. As of 2 hours ago, so this isn't even updated, 976 new customers in 12 days. In 12 days. Keep in mind, I am a full-time single mom of 3. Okay. In 12 days. That's 40,000 in customer sales. 40,000. I went from about 1,000 followers on Facebook to now 110,000. I've only posted 34 reels, so that's about a reel a day. And 7 of those have over 1 million views, one with 21 million. 8 million, 6.5 million, 6.5, 1 million, 8 million, 2 million. I mean, it is crazy, the power behind short form videos, and TikTok was where it's at for the longest time. But for those of you that don't know me at all, my background is a little jaded, and so I was having some issues with somebody from my past reporting everything I posted on TikTok, and I had about 130,000 followers over there, and everything was insane. I couldn't keep up over there. But then my account got banned, so I had to start over. And Instagram's not my game. I know it is for a lot of other people, but I'm not an Instagram person by any means. But luckily Facebook launched Facebook Reels, and I jumped on it hot and heavy. And my very first video is the one that has the 21 million views. And it's been steady. Every single video I've posted on Facebook Reels has gone viral, with the lowest number being, I think, 14,000 views. And that's the one I posted yesterday. Coco?
It's absolutely mind-boggling. And I just have to say, first of all, you know, you eliminate excuses, right? She's a stay-at-home mom, 3 kids. Obviously, you guys can see with a baby in arms and able to build this from home, generate leads, generate sales. Now, I know people are going to say, how are you doing it? Tell me more. And, you know, maybe you could share some of that. But I before that, I just want to say, like, listen, how many of us would be discouraged if you built a following on a platform with over 100,000 followers and the account got shut down? But she just said, you know what, let me just pivot. It is what it is. Like, you can, you know, dwell on, like, I should have bought crypto back when it was, you know, when I first heard about it, or I should have bought that piece of real estate. I should have joined the company when I first heard about it. I should have jumped on TikTok when John and Nadia were pushing it a year ago. You're shoulding all over yourself. Just focus on the now, the next best step, and don't get so caught up on things that happened in the past or getting frustrated. Just say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna have to pivot to a different platform. That's exactly what Jenny Jo did. She jumped on it. She's killing it. So Jenny Jo, could you drop some tips on what you're doing on Facebook to sell that much product? Like, how in the world is this happening?
Oh man, because I pivoted, because I didn't get stuck in an excuse or like the oh shoot kind of mindset, and I stayed super consistent. One of my best tips is, regardless of whatever platform you are using, download every single video that you create, because you can get shut down, you can lose your account and be stuck with nothing. And that would be the most devastating thing. So if you want to make sure that you're saving your videos, repurposing them. Luckily, I did that before I had lost my account on TikTok. So all I was doing was repurposing them on Facebook Reels. And they took off way faster and ended up way bigger than they did on TikTok. And so a couple of my tips is to be consistent, show up. It takes a few seconds to hit the post button and upload something and walk away if you need to. Make sure that you are using the trending sounds. Hashtags seem to be very important in regards to Facebook Reels. At least they have been for me. Sorry, I have a 2-year-old and a dog at my feet, so you guys might tip over any minute. And I'm able to do all of this around being a full-time single mom. So definitely drop your excuses and just run with it. Use your story if you have one. Like, well, I mean, we all have a story, right? But use your story. If you are a person that uses humor, then I would definitely say run with that. When it comes to the type of videos that I'm posting, I am taking whatever's trending on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever happens to be trending, I take it and I put my own twist on it. So I'm still using the trending sound. It's still a trending dance or transition or whatever it might be, but I make it fun and engaging. And one of the most important things, and I think this stands true for any platform you're using, is to grab their attention in the first 3 seconds. Because we, as humans, we get bored real quick. So if we're scrolling, if it's not something that's going to really grab you, then people are going to miss out on your content, and you don't want that, obviously. So that first 3 seconds is very crucial.
And what kind of topics do you typically come up with? Because I know you had a really great weight loss story, and I know there's going to be some people, it happens every time, they go, well, I didn't lose a bunch of weight. How do I do it? And I have an answer to that, but I would love to hear, like, how you come up with content ideas, which you kind of touched on that, but maybe a little more like clarity on that would be good. And then also, what should someone do that maybe doesn't have some incredible weight loss story? I think that'd be cool too.
Yeah, well, my weight loss story is incredible. I lost 125 pounds. So that definitely grabs people's attention, but there are quite a few people that don't, like you said, don't have that, or for the people that are just starting out. But that's the beauty of using curiosity mixed with a short form video, is because you can grab somebody's attention without having your own results or a dramatic result. And different things that I've done that have worked really well is just talking about, like, for our company specifically, our very famous and well-known spoon. There's been a lot of videos I've done without even showing or having product in hand and just holding a spoon. And so you don't have to actually have your own results or your own story quite yet in order to just go viral on these platforms, especially Facebook Reels. One of my girls, she just started brand new and she jumped right on top of Facebook Reels. First time ever doing a video. And as of yesterday, I think it was 24,000 views that she had. And she's only lost 10 pounds.
Amazing.
So just get out there, do it, have fun with it, be creative. If you can't think of something, spend some time, follow people that are having success in whatever it is that you are trying to master. I think Nadia talks about it all the time, is mastering one thing at a time.
Right.
And so if you feel stuck, follow somebody that is having success and learn from them. That's what I've done. I have no shame in saying that I learn from the best, because then I can become better, and then I could help my team become better by implicating those things and those tips and tools.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. You follow other people, you model what they're doing, you get ideas and inspiration from them. And that's what's so super cool about what's happening in today's world, is that you don't have to be quite as creative, in the sense that you can just model what others are doing, what's already trending, what's already working. Like back in the day, if there were top producers out there, top sellers, top recruiters, top earners, you had no idea what they were doing. Like they might show up to an event, they're speaking on stage and you're taking notes, but that was about it. Now it's like, just scroll. And by the way, you got to be careful not to get caught in the scroll. You want to look at it like, hey, I'm doing some research. I'm looking for ideas so that I can create my own content. You want to be a content creator and not just a content consumer. And you want to really implement these strategies ASAP, because, you know, I was almost, Jenny Jo and I were talking, we were almost apprehensive to do this as a public video, because we're like, why do we even want to tell all these other marketers to jump on Facebook Reels? Because we're killing it right now. But we're all about abundance. And here's the truth. What you put out into the universe, you'll get back tenfold. And we're all about abundance. We're all about giving. But I'm telling you right now, like, this is the place to be. And again, some of you are going to say, well, I don't have Facebook Reels. Then do IG Reels, do TikTok. TikTok is still the largest short form video platform on the planet. And Jenny Jo said something I want to reiterate, is that you can make a TikTok, download it, and repurpose it for the other platforms. This is so freaking huge, because, you know, look, this video, this conversation is going to be great. We'll probably download this, turn it into a podcast, you know, upload it onto our YouTube channel, maybe turn this into a blog post, but it doesn't have the same retention or repeat views that a TikTok, a viral reel will have. And it's just so important that you jump on this. And again, it's no longer a mystery. Like, what are these top producers doing? You just scroll and you'll find a bunch of people. And if you're like, well, I'm scrolling and it's random stuff, you can go into the search bar and search weight loss. You can search network marketing or you know, fashion or whatever. You can search these different topics, these hashtags, and different videos will pop up based on your niche, based on the kind of content that you want to recreate. This is not rocket science. And this is why you're seeing people that weren't an influencer, they weren't making money and monetizing on social media, that within a year, you know, Jenny Jo just said she grew from X amount of followers to over 100,000. Boom, just like that in a matter of months. You know, Jordan Levesque, she got on TikTok earlier this year, and has 1 million followers on TikTok. You don't have to be an influencer. You don't have to already have a following elsewhere to go viral and build a following with these platforms. Like, I'm telling you, man, this is it. This is something to be very, very excited about. Jenny Jo, before we turn it over to Ashley or Whitney next, any other tips, any other insights that you'd like to share? Because your numbers are staggering. And I know everybody is just blown away by what you've created in just the last couple months.
I'm blown away too, honestly. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Oh, see,
You saved it. You saved
moms,
it.
moms can do it all. Okay, so I think that for Facebook Reels, like I said, repurposing them is super important. And like what you had mentioned earlier about creating your video on TikTok, TikTok is the best editing app there is. So create it, edit it over on TikTok. It makes it amazing too because you don't have to transfer people from TikTok or Instagram to Facebook because obviously on Facebook Reels they're already there. So that's amazing. Another perk about Facebook. The time that you post seems to matter, at least it does for my following. Early morning or like early evening seems to be best. And oh shoot, I was gonna say something else. Oh, engaging
I
in
have
your
another
comments.
question. What if someone is posting reels and they're not seeing results? What would you encourage them to do? And I know that's kind of a broad question, but if someone's been posting reels or TikToks and they haven't really gotten much traction, would you have any tips for those people?
Pivot. Pivot like I did. If what you're doing isn't working, then it could be a million different things. But still stay consistent, but just mix it up a little bit. Maybe you need better lighting. Maybe you need different hashtags. Maybe you need to start doing a different trend of video. You're gonna find what works for you. It's just a matter of not giving up, because if you give up, then it's just game over no matter what. Like, but if you stay at it and you pivot and you start learning from other people that are having success, then you're gonna have it yourself.
I love that. And I think sometimes too, it's just get personal. Sometimes that's uncomfortable for people, but I know you tell your story. I know you talk about some of the things that you've had to overcome. I know, in fact, I remember when Jordan Levesque said, "Hey, I'm struggling on TikTok. Like I just like coming up with the content." So the first video she did that went viral, she just talked to the camera for 1 minute. She just started talking and that video went viral. And it's just so interesting how it's not even about like value, although your story is valuable, but it's sometimes just relatability and just sharing something personal that gets people to pay attention because, you're a mom, other moms are going to relate to you, right? You have an incredible weight loss story. There's probably other people out there, moms like you, that would like to lose 100 pounds, whatever it is. So again, this is a very specific example, but all of us can appreciate the fact that sometimes it's just turn the camera on and have a conversation.
Yeah, being readable is probably the best tip that anyone can use for any platform, especially when it comes to short form videos, because in regards to being relatable, we all have a story, no matter what it is. Being a single mom, being somebody that has struggled with substance abuse, with domestic violence, like it doesn't matter. It could even be something silly like, oh my gosh, I just sold my house and now live in a camper like Miss Amber, which I'm so jealous of, by the way. So you can use anything at all, and just have fun with it. And if you can, and you break out of your comfort zone and be a little bit more raw and vulnerable, then that's definitely going to benefit you in ways that you probably won't even expect.
I love it. Well, I appreciate you. I know you got a lot going on. So just the fact that you hopped on today to drop some nuggets, I would recommend you all follow Jenny Jo. We'll probably have to edit the description here to tag everybody because with StreamYard, you can't do that the first when you go live. But Jenny Jo, I appreciate the heck out of you. You are amazing. And congratulations. It's crazy to think that your numbers are what they are right now. The Black Friday deals don't even start till next week. Like, it's going to be insane. Like, I have no doubt you're going to have the biggest month ever. Probably the biggest month that many people will ever experience. You've already experienced with 40,000 in sales. Like most people would never do that in a month. And the fact is, it's only like the 11th or 12th of the month, and Black Friday still to come. Anyway, absolutely insane, super inspiring. And again, we really, really appreciate you.
Thank you so much, John.
Absolutely.
Bye, guys.
All right, I'm going to have Whitney Carry On come on next. Whitney is a rock star, a top earner, a top leader. She's had a lot of success prior to leveraging TikTok, but I know she has an appointment after this, so I want to get her on here next. Whitney, are you with us?
Yes, sir. What's going on, Mr. John?
What's up? What's up? Well, I'm really excited because I know you've been leveraging TikTok for some time now, and you figured out a couple things that were working well for you, started generating leads, created a whole process, a whole system. I know you're very systematic, and you've been enrolling people. You've been starting new teams, recruiting, partnering with people, complete strangers that initially saw one of your videos and engaged with you, and now you're crushing it. So I would love for you to share some tips, some advice. We really appreciate you being on, and congrats on all your success.
Well, thank you so much. I'm honored to be on here, especially after hearing how well Jenny Joe is doing. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, so first of all, I have to share that I don't have millions of views on my videos, but I have thousands of comments. And so that's been the one thing, like John was saying, is I've been taking a system in play and I've been able to apply it to those that are commenting and those that are interested. So first and foremost, if you're somebody who's been like super intimidated by videos, like when TikTok first came out, we were all like in quarantine and dealing with all the C word stuff that was going on. And all of my friends in network marketing were freaking killing it. And I was like, I don't really want to like dance and perform in front of a video. Like, I do not know how to do this. I even was like, do I have to have a couple drinks to get loose and do this? Like, I do not know what I'm doing here. And so, to be truthful, y'all, I kind of fell off of it for a little bit because I was like, I just feel silly. And I think there's a lot of us that have also felt that way. Like when Facebook Lives first came out, I wanted to vomit. I was like, oh my gosh, this is something we have to do for our business. And then they started allowing us to go live on Instagram. And it was the same thing. And I just was like, oh, like, why can't we just post and walk away? Like, why do we have to be vulnerable in front of the screen, right? So I know I'm not the only one who probably felt that way. And I just want to share, like, that was me. Okay. So I do not feel like I'm killing it by any means on these short videos, but I've been doing exactly what Jenny Joe has said. I'm like, I'm just going to keep pivoting or I'm just going to keep going at it. I'm going to figure out how to get better. I'm just going to be consistent. Because like there was a time I walked away from it for a while. And then I saw some of my colleagues like Jordan and my best friend Holly Reiser just completely smoking it on TikTok. And I was like I'm working harder while they're all working smarter. So like I gotta pivot, right? Like suck it up, Whitney, and just figure it out and get comfortable being uncomfortable. And I think that's a phrase that a lot of us have heard over and over and over. And it's just time that we embrace it when it comes to short video. So I'm just gonna share a little bit about my process of getting people off of TikTok onto other platforms because I think that was what won this scenario for me. So I saw lots of people doing product videos on TikTok, repurposing them to Reels on Instagram, and then being able to repurpose them onto Facebook Reels. And I thought that was phenomenal. But for me personally, I don't necessarily love the product hustle. Here's why. I've been a health and fitness professional for 12 years. I've owned 3 gyms. For 12, 14 hours a day, my life consisted of coaching people in their health and fitness, helping them get better, helping them lose weight, and just constantly battling with people's mindsets. Through that experience, I've learned a lot about leadership. I really learned that I love, 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 love helping people build businesses because I walked through all that. So I enjoy getting customers. That's what builds our businesses, right? But for me personally, I find lots of joy in sharing about the business. And so for me, I knew that I was going to come across more authentic if I was sharing that. And I want you to hear that, you guys, because just like Jenny Joe and John were saying, you really got to lean into what your likes are, lean into what your hobbies are, lean into what your interests are. Okay. If you want to stand up and do something that's uncomfortable, after a while, if you keep doing this thing that's uncomfortable, you get comfortable. However, if it's on a topic that you just don't love and enjoy, you're constantly going to come across unauthentic. All right. So for me personally, I really, really love the business. So I just kept telling myself, all right, well, if I'm going to have a video that goes viral, because eventually I will, it's just a numbers game. It's just showing up consistently. If I'm going to have something go viral, then it's going to be about my business come hell or high water. And so let me tell you about the one that went viral. I saw another TikToker just say, you know, hey mamas, I just wanted to earn some extra income. And I can't even remember what else like her video shared, but that's how it started. And I was like, okay, just like Jenny Joe said, in the first 3 seconds, catch their attention. So that's what I wrote. Hey mamas, I just wanted to earn a little extra income. And I will tell you this too, really funny. The video that I took was me just singing in my car. And the sound I was singing to, because I'm somebody who uses music therapy when I'm having hard days, the sound wouldn't freaking sync on TikTok. And I was so annoyed by that. But I was like, whatever, pivot. So I muted the sound and I just picked a different song that absolutely does not sync up, but it was a trending sound. And then I just basically typed the words that I wanted the viewer to see and share about my business. And so even though I had this video flop because the freaking words wouldn't sync, I was like, how can I pivot this? And that was the video that took off. And let me tell you this too, this is so crazy. I created it on a Thursday night, nothing happened. Sunday morning, you guys, like 4 days later, I was sitting in church. Bloop, 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 bloop. My husband kept looking at me like, we're in church. Stop. And I was like, I don't know what's happening. And my TikTok notifications were going off. Info, info, info. And I was like, yes. And so here's the process I had set up in place because I was ready. This is a mindset thing, y'all. I was ready for one of my videos to take off. I'm not saying I knew what I was doing because I promise you, I've been doing this for like a year plus, and a lot of y'all others who are just amazing at video took off your first time. Okay. I just knew that eventually something would happen. So I had this in process. I had this system set up in place. Are you ready? All right. So I had a milkshake link linked in my bio. I think you have to have 1,000 followers on TikTok in order for you to have a link that you can share. So just have a bunch of your friends follow you, get that 1,000, then you're golden. And I think you have to be like a content creator account. All right. In my milkshake, I had created for free a type form application, like a Google form. All right. And it just says name, email address, phone number, on a scale of 1 to 10, how interested are you in earning extra income? Do you have at least 100 followers on any platform that you have? And then it was like, what is the main reason you want to earn extra income? So I was through this type form application, I was pre-qualifying people that I was going to respond to, but then for one, and then number two, I was getting all their contact information, because the most annoying thing about TikTok is you can have a video that takes off and then you're like, well, how do I contact these people? Because the TikTok video or TikTok Messenger is just like that, right? And then you're like messaging to like 3,000 people, like, find me on Instagram, find me on Facebook. And that's annoying, right? So I just got one of my friends who's already a virtual assistant for Bryn Ling, whoop, whoop, Miss Mary Forbes. And I said, Mary, I need you to go on my TikTok and respond to every single person who's commenting on this video. Hey, I'm Whitney's friend. Fill out the application in her bio and she will get back to you. And so in that bio or in that link, I had everyone's email address. I had a link to whatever platform they used most outside of TikTok, right? Something I can message them on. And I have their phone number. So now I've captured all their data and I was able to send over 3,500 emails to people saying, hey, this is Whitney from TikTok. Thank you so much for your interest. I am so happy to show you how I'm able to be, a work from home mom, and how I contributed to our household income, working totally and completely on social media. And then I basically did a call to action in the email. I had over 3,500 people, y'all, on this one video comment. Again, I didn't have 1 million views like Jenny Joe or some of you other baddies in here, but I had 3,500 comments. And to me, I was like, oh my goodness, let's do that. I couldn't respond to 3,500 people by myself. So I enlisted the help of somebody else because I knew that the return on investment would be worth it. So in this email, I basically did a call to action, y'all. I was like, all right, look, I had no idea that this was going to take off like it is, but the holiday season is coming. So I'm really excited to help as many of you as I can. Here's the deal though. You guys, I created this FOMO. Here's the deal though. I can only take 300 of you. Like my bandwidth is not large enough to take all 3,500 of you. So whichever 300 of you make it through these next steps and follow them to a T, those are the people I'm going to work with. All right. And I promise you, I wanted to work with 3,500, you guys, but which one of us can work with 3,500 people brand new, right? And so what I did from there is people who basically followed the steps. It was like step 1, watch this video. And I had a quick 5-minute video linked in this email that just gave an overview of what we do in our business. It wasn't spammy with names all over and like product information. It just was like, here's why this business model is the best. Here's why we're crushing it on social media. And here's how you can do this in just a couple hours a day, which is what people want. They don't want to work a second job. They need extra income like yesterday. And that's what a lot of people were saying in these emails. The stories of these moms, because I was talking directly to moms, of how they're all home with all these babies and the stresses on their spouse to just earn the income by themselves. And these women are home wanting to do something, but they can't leave their kiddos at home. Like it crushed my heart. So I was like, okay, like I got to help as many of these people as I can. So it was like, watch this video. After you watch this video, step 2, go to this link, which was essentially my enrollment link. And it was like, look, this is where you fill out your information to work with me. And then step 3, it was like, you can enroll for just this fee. Every company has a different one, right? Or you can choose a package of products that are going to help you be a product of the product. I don't care how you get involved. I don't care what it looks like. Get involved. And then as soon as you're involved, step 4, text this number, which was my business account number. I have it set up as a Shout app. Some people have Project Broadcast, and simply text enrolled. All right. And that was it. Step 1, watch the video. Step 2, go to this link. Step 3, pick your package. Step 4, as soon as you're enrolled, just text me enrolled. And then so what I was able to do from there, because I mean, I was getting hit up on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook Messenger, Facebook friend requests, and email. And I was like, how do I get to everyone? And basically, I just found out at the end of the day, whoever texts me enrolled, I just was responding back, hey, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. What's your name? This is Whitney. I can't wait to have you. And then I was like, message me here. And I sent them my Facebook link. I said, so I can add you into my closed coaching group and I can get you started. And basically that's what I did. But now after so I got 23 brand new business partners doing that, which was awesome. Not my 300 goal, but that's okay. We had some tweaks in the system. And so now all those people who didn't enroll, I have their phone numbers, I have their email address, and I have their platforms. And so now I've created a drip campaign that I'm slowly emailing to them to decide whether or not they want to get involved or not. And if they don't want to get involved in the business, then I'm sending them information about the products. So either way, I've captured their information and they're going to keep watching me and eventually join me or not. But now I have the system taken care of so that the next time I go viral, which I plan to again, I will have it locked and loaded and it'll be easy breezy. So I hope that helps, John. Did I explain it well enough?
Absolutely. The comments are blowing up. People are like, that's so genius. That's so simple. I love it. I love the simple steps in the process. And you know, you hit the nail on the head. It's like all of these people are now like in your funnel. They're now following you. You know, they're going to see other videos. You're going to be dripping on them directly through Project Broadcast or email or whatever, or indirectly when they see future videos. And this is what excites me so much about TikTok and Reels. And by the way, you're leveraging TikTok. Jenny Joe is leveraging Facebook Reels. So if somebody says, well, we don't have Facebook Reels, that's fine. Then use TikTok. The fact is there's options. There's not just one platform, but the fact that you had a video where you were singing along, lip syncing, and it didn't even sync up. And then 4 days after it was posted, it went viral. Like, that's what's so crazy. Like, the videos, I remember Marina Simone told me she had a video that like, it didn't do all that well at first, but then out of nowhere, it just started catching fire. I think that video now has like over 10 million views, but what it did was it built her following. It blew up her other videos. So again, to backtrack what I was saying earlier, if you have a video that you posted today that you were hoping would do well and it didn't, and maybe it was a curiosity video, whatever, you might post a video 3 months from now that blows up. And what that'll do is that'll blow up your previous videos. So a video that doesn't do well today, don't delete it, because it might blow up months from now because of some other video that you did. And then by the way, on top of that, what a lot of people are doing, once they have a video go viral, a video blows up. Specifically, I know a lot of people do this on TikTok, but again, you can do this on Facebook and Instagram too. They'll have a TikTok blow up and then they start going live. They'll go live for like a couple hours. And I know that sounds like a lot, but they're just answering questions and making sales right there live on their video. The only caveat, and the only thing I want to talk about in regards to that is just be careful, because unfortunately these platforms, they don't love network marketing, right? Yeah. TikTok even quote banned network marketing. So I would be careful to, show up with just selling, pitching your product, being very obvious in that way. But at the same time, I do know people that are doing that and they're having a ton of success. I just personally think it's still important to mix it up and share stories, inspiration, your sense of humor, different things, because, if it's just you selling all the time, it might work at first, but at some point you might get a slap on the wrist or even have your account shut down. And it's better to mix it up and try to, jump on different trends and do different things. So Whitney, anything else that you want to mention in regards to what I said, or anything you want to elaborate on in regards to what you touched on?
Yeah, so that's a really good point, John. So with my video, I really took a minute to look at, okay, well, my following was like, I think it was maybe like 3,000, 4,000. And then by the end of like that video just gaining traction, it jumped up to 17,000. And that was like in 2 days, right? And so what I realized is I was like, okay, who are these followers, right? Like, who are they? And I looked at my video and really analyzed, what did I share? These are moms. These are single moms, or they're military wives, because those were the 3 things that I shared. Or I even had some guys comment and say, is this only for girls? Like, can you help us out too? And I was like, yes, I totally can. I'm sorry.
Like, yeah, be like, if you're not a knucklehead, yes.
Yeah. I was like, because like the situation we're currently in, my husband's getting ready to retire out of the military. He's done his 20 years. And so our roles are reversing. Mama's going to be the breadwinner and daddy's going to stay at home with the kids. And so it would be silly for me to assume that there aren't dynamics like that going on right now. So I realized, like, okay, I'm basically talking to the spouse. Doesn't have to be, just female, but I'm basically talking to a spouse who feels like they want to contribute more to their family income. Mm-hmm. And that means they also have children, because I was talking to those who had children. And I'm like, okay. So then I started creating videos that just had topics to do with that. Not necessarily earning income, but being in the military or staying at home, or, what does it look like? Potty training. Like, I just realized, because we're all basically trying to grow our following, right? Based on our specific niche. And sometimes we do a video that has nothing to do with this. And then now you have this whole following that has nothing to do with who you are or what you're about. Right. So it's going to be really hard to keep those followers engaged with you. And so that was one of the biggest things I learned from this, is I was like, oh my gosh, I had a video go viral that literally has everything to do with me. Like, it's a person who is a mother. It's somebody who's in the military. It's somebody, it's one of these or all of these, right? It's somebody who's a spouse. It's somebody who has children. It's somebody who's in the military, and it's somebody who wants to contribute more to their household income. So I started creating videos around that. And I will tell you, to Jenny Jo's point, that video kept blowing up and kept getting traction, to the point where I now have 12 fake Whitney Carry-On accounts in TikTok of people who keep imitating and pretending to be me and responding in those comments. And I'm like, oh, this sucks, you know, like, but I was also kind of like flattered because I'm like, okay, well, this means I must be doing something right.
Right.
So
You're
I had
so
to, like,
viral now that there's scammers out there
right?
imitating
I'm
your
like,
account, trying to.
what the heck?
Right.
So, and they've gone on Facebook and like stolen all my like my pictures to use, and I'm like, come on, you buttheads. But
Right.
all I did was, anyone with a brain knows, okay, well, this is the one that has the most followers and the most videos, so all these other accounts are clearly fake. So don't worry if something like that happens. You can do what Jenny Joe did, like she said, pivot. I actually had one video that the moment it went up, it had 30,000 likes and over 30,000 shares. And then
What?
TikTok, yeah. And it had nothing to do with our business. And then TikTok deleted it and said community guidelines violation. I was like, what? So I reviewed it 4 weeks later, as of 3 days ago now, it finally is back up. So
30,000 shares.
30,000 shares. It was crazy. And it was just, remember when Facebook and Instagram like shut down for like a half a second and the world freaked out and everyone basically went to Twitter or to TikTok? I was like, oh, here's my time to shine, baby.
Right.
I'm gonna go to that platform that everyone is on now. So I just made a video about it. I was like, hey, literally everyone on planet Earth, since these two other platforms are down. And like there was 30,000 shares of it because people were like, oh, I thought it was just my service. Oh, I thought it was just, you know, my
But can we
account.
just point this out though? Hold on. Let's just point this out.
Yeah.
How many people were freaking out? And
Everyone.
you said opportunity. You said, let me take advantage of this because everybody's freaking out and they're all going to go over to TikTok. So instead of being like, oh my gosh, what's wrong? What's happening? Like, woe is me. Let me just pivot real quick and hop on it. You hopped on it real quick, made a video, and it blew up, went viral. Now they took it down, but then it's back. So who cares? And this is what we're always talking about, right? It's like, you know, something happens, plot twist, like, all right, didn't expect that to happen, but let's just roll with it and let's take this unfortunate situation and turn it into an opportunity.
That's all that it was. I just answered questions. I just said, hey, literally everyone on planet Earth that's here now. So yeah, this is my speculation on what's happening, but you know, let's hang out here and have some fun just in case. Like, here's a good learning lesson. Like, let's all make sure we have our TikTok accounts active. Let's make sure we're, you know, have other, and that was it.
Right.
And so, yeah. So, and here's the last bit, and then I'm going to get off. Any of your videos that have gone viral or respond to a comment on that video with another video.
Right.
Like, you know, you can do that. You can click on a comment from that viral video and then create a video about it. Do that and pin it so that anyone coming to your comment or coming to your account knows what's going on when they come to your account. They're like, oh my gosh, like, how do I get in touch with this girl? So that's all I did. I responded to a comment. I was like, hey, gotten quite the influx of comments. Really excited to get in touch with all of you. If you haven't yet, just go to the application in my bio, fill it out. I got you covered. I pinned that. And then that one video that went viral during the Facebook and Instagram shutdown, I pinned that as well. So now whenever people go on my page, they see those three right at the top. They know what I'm about. And then they continue to scroll my page.
I love it. It's so smart. And I love that we can pin videos now. And I love the responding to comments, you know, responding to questions with a new video. And there's actually something new that Nadia showed me recently where I don't remember where it is on TikTok, but you can now pull up all comments from all videos and you can pick and choose which ones you respond to with video. And again, this is what's so cool about these platforms. Someone asks a question like, what do you do? You know, or how do I find out more information about this product or whatever? You can respond to that video or that question with a video. So it sits there in the comments section of said video, but also it's a brand new video. It's a brand new TikTok. And then you can download it and upload it as a freaking Facebook or Instagram reel. So amazingly exciting. And you're such an inspiration, Whitney. It was awesome seeing you in Cabo. And I know you're going to continue to crush it on TikTok, on Reels. And we appreciate your time. I know you're super busy. So thanks for hanging out and sharing your wisdom.
Thank you for having me, John. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for all of you that are watching. I can't wait to see you all crush it on this platform. I'll be there hanging out too, so we can blow each other up. Y'all have a blessed Friday.
Yeah, and make sure you guys all follow Whitney. Find her on TikTok. Find her on Facebook. And like I said, we'll change the description afterwards to tag all the individuals on here. The last one is Ashley. Also, we were just in Cabo, so it's really cool to have her on here today. She's been killing it, like literally enrolling people every other day. Was one of the top enrollers out of 18,000 members last month. And she's also, again, leveraging short form videos. So Ashley, if you're there, hop on and say what's up to everybody.
What's up, everyone? Thanks so much, John, for having me on. I am pumped up and I'm loving these short-term videos. And I've actually been taking notes because that's the cool thing is we got to find kind of our groove and what works for us. And some other things that are being implemented, I wasn't implementing, or, I'm doing things a little bit differently. And that's the cool thing is you can work this however you want. And so many cool things were shared. Like one thing specifically, if you don't feel like you're getting a lot of views, that was me for a long time. I was on TikTok. I decided last March to buckle down on TikTok, and I really wasn't getting a lot of traction. I was doing a lot of product videos because that's what I saw other people doing. But honestly, I went back to my why, and our company has top-notch, amazing companies or products. Don't get me wrong, but that was never my driving force in joining this business. I am passionate about team building. I am passionate about having business conversations and how this impacted my life so greatly. And it has allowed me for almost 8 years to be home with my son full time. And so I had to pivot from what wasn't really working for me that well, which was sharing product videos. And I started getting vulnerable and sharing my story about how I was broke. There was more more bills than months. I wanted to be home with my son. I couldn't afford daycare. And I started sharing my story. And that's when my reels and TikToks started going crazy. One of my reels, another thing I want to encourage you is you don't have to be perfect to have success on TikTok or reels. People want raw, people want authentic. In fact, the reel that went viral for me on Facebook, it was the second reel I posted. I went back and looked just to see out of curiosity. For like a week, it did nothing. I was like, well, my reels are flopping. Everyone is talking about how awesome theirs are doing and mine are doing nothing. And then all of a sudden it just went viral, like overnight. I remember it was like at 20,000 views, then 30,000, then 60, then 100. And this is the most my reel or TikTok or anything had ever gotten. The most I'd gotten prior was like 20, 25,000 views on something. And it was getting shared and people were commenting. And I was like, holy crap. I remember a few days in, it was at a few 100,000 views. And I was like, okay, at what point do I need to consider hiring a virtual assistant? Because my spam folder and my hidden folder, I couldn't scroll through and keep up.
And you're talking about on Facebook, right?
On Facebook.
Like, how cool is that? Like, that's
Yeah,
the coolest
the
thing
best
ever
problem.
to have your, because here's why I love Facebook Reels. And I know, again, some people are going to say they don't have it, but you will eventually.
Yes.
How great is it that Ashley's Messenger blew up? Because like Whitney mentioned, it's tough with TikTok to like connect with people. It's not as easy, but
Right.
these people are messaging her on Facebook. So she could literally, especially if they're sharp, you can like cherry pick, send them a friend request and ATM just like that. Anyway, sorry. That's so exciting.
That's the exciting thing. And that's what I said. I was like, oh my God, I'm not having to take them off TikTok from this platform and then put them on Facebook, because then you only have a certain amount that see your messages, respond to your messages, respond back to your comments. But here they're already on Facebook. It's like the best thing, the best scenario. And honestly, it was the worst video. I recruited my son for the video. He was like, Mom, I want to go outside and play. I don't want to do this. I'm like, come on, we're doing this. And he's like, I don't want to. So we did like 2 takes. That's the most he would give me. And we weren't even on sync. It's like that Neon Moon where you're like, was it Brooks and Dunn? And because it was a trending song. And we're not even like on sync at all. Like this is our second go through and it went viral. So that's
so hold on a second. You and Whitney both had videos that were not in sync go viral. I don't know about y'all, but this has already given you a little bit of an insight of what. So if you do a perfect video, it falls flat, right? You do one that's all messed up and it goes viral. So that's, I mean, this is the psychology of what's happening in marketing. I love it. It's so good.
Yeah, I guess so, because it was me trying to always perform and do like the perfect thing and
Right,
cookie
right.
cutter stuff. Like, what is this person doing? Let me try that one. But it was when I got my own voice, and everyone always says that, like, you find your niche, find your own voice, and we tend to like overthink this sometimes. But really, it's who you are, adding value, encouraging, inspiring, educating, being yourself. I'm the biggest goofball on video. My facial expressions are the worst. People talk about it all the time, but I get to be myself and who I am. So that's what I encourage you to do, is get on there and cut loose and be you, because I can't tell you how many times people come to me. I don't even know they're watching me, because my followers as a result has grown so much. I love your reels. Oh my God, I just love your reels. And it's like a way that they've been able to resonate with me. So be
Right.
yourself. So also, another thing that I love about TikToks and reels is you've got to think, John was touching on this earlier. You can't just be consumers. You've got to put content out there, but what is giving you the biggest ROI? What's giving you the biggest return on your time investment? For right now, I think it's reels and TikToks, because you can literally batch these things out. Don't worry about perfection, but batch them out. And then I have week, 2 weeks, sometimes even 3 weeks of content that I can just post at the times that I feel like perform the best for me. So this is kind of my process.
Ashley, quick question. Are you making them on TikTok?
I do make them on TikTok.
Okay. That's what I thought. Good.
Yeah. TikTok is so easy. And also, here's another tip. So that reel that went viral for me, some butt nugget, I'm keeping it nice, he or she decided to report my video. And so it went against community standards. So I woke up the next day and it said, your video went against community standards. So we took it down. And so it allowed me to like appeal it and disagree with them. So within a minute later, they did post it back up, and they did admit they made a mistake, but it killed the algorithm on that video. And it was at 4,300 comments. Like, it was going crazy. So I was obviously mad, but I said, you know what? I'm going to repost this video again. And I'm just going to change a little comment on there, like the text just a little bit, so it looks original. Because I know Facebook's weird about that sometimes, if it doesn't seem original and it's the same exact piece. So I did that, and it didn't do anything. Then like a week or two later, it took off. It's back at 1 million views again. So I would encourage you to repost content, not back to back, but if a video has gone viral for you before, post it again. Maybe change up like just the little comment box on there just so it's original. I don't know if that really matters, but I did it just in case.
Well, it is a great point too, because we teach people to repurpose. Like, if you do a post that does well today, you can repost that again a year from now on like Facebook, Instagram, whatever. So it's, same thing with TikTok. And you don't have to wait a year. You can wait 3 months. But if it does well once, it could most likely do well again. Absolutely. Great point. Great tip.
Right. So because I was getting such a big, comments wanting me to message them, give them information, I did set up a shout. And like Whitney was saying, some people do project broadcast, some people do shout. I chose shout. And what I do is I have them text the word money to my phone number. That automatically puts them into basically like a lead magnet thing. So then it asks for their name. And then from there, then I will have them try to friend me on Facebook so I can connect with them there. And then about 15 minutes later, to give them time to connect with me on Facebook, I send out, and it's at this point, it's a bot. It's all automated. Then I send out 2 videos to have them watch. And once they complete those videos, I ask them to find me on Facebook if this looks like something they want to have a conversation about, and to send me the keyword group in Messenger. That lets me know that they're interested in looking into this further. And then I add them into one of our business pages, our ATM groups. And then from there, I have these people set up on like a 5 or 6 day drip campaign, because by statistics, people have to see something or be exposed to it 5 to 12 times. 80% of people do, until they're ready to make a buying decision. I don't promote just our membership fee. Time is money, and that might sound harsh, but I want people that are invested. I want people that aren't afraid of making that investment, whether they got to pay, sell a pair of shoes, sell a few items, save up the money for a couple of weeks. And so I drip on them for about 5 or 6 days. And then I'm constantly and continuously being top of mind by following up with them as well. And I think that's how I've been able to recruit people that have actually been coming on with packs and, you know, actually kind of take an initiative to work their business as well, if that makes sense.
No, it's really good. I mean, that's a great, you know, posture play, if you will. You're basically like, look, I'm looking for people that are committed, that are serious, that got some skin in the game. And
Yeah.
how are you? What are you finding is best for like the you know, the follow up, right? The follow up, the drip, as you called it.
Yeah.
What's worked best for you in that regard?
So in my drip campaign sequence, it's different than obviously on Messenger. But one way I'll share a testimony. We have testimonies among our team. So I'll send like a picture and I'll send something like, that seems very personal. Like, hi, so-and-so, I saw this testimony. It made me think of you. I think it's going to really resonate with you. And it talks about how she's been able to like pay down credit card debt or whatever, right? And because it's a personal text, I think it's safe that I'm doing that. I hope so. And then I ask them, because I want them to re-engage in conversation. I ask them, what is it that you would love this to help you pay down? Or what would you love for this to do for you? Or something like that. I have people responding like, I want to pay my house off. I want to pay my student loans off. I want to do this. Another drip that I do is also sharing another testimony of someone specifically in my group, a success story. I also send out every Saturday, we have a team call. So every Saturday, I make sure that I invite them personally to these team calls.
Smart.
Yeah. And then on Facebook, you know, it's different. Like if we have an opportunity, Zoom or broadcast, I'm making sure I'm inviting them to that. If something exciting just happened, you know, like someone got an incentive or earned something, I'm telling them about that. I'm being top of mind, but having a lot of enthusiasm. I think that's one of the biggest things too, is like that excitement. People want to be a part of something fun and exciting. Our jobs are boring. They're stressful. It's the mundane.
Right.
I mean, some people are, you know, blessed to have a job they absolutely love, but that's not the majority.
Right. And even if they love it, they could probably use another income stream. They probably don't make, if someone loves their job, more often than not, they don't make a great income in that job, right? It's like they love being a teacher, but, right, they love being, you know, whatever, a librarian, but they don't make that much money. So I think that's a great point. You know, that they're a football coach. Awesome. You love it. Not that lucrative. So I think that's really great. And I love how you're, you know, telling stories, right? We all heard the cliche, facts tell, stories sell. Sometimes we're just telling them the, you know, the facts and, you know, here's the comp plan and watch this video. And that's good. You know, some specific personalities are going to want that. They're going to ask for that. But a lot more people will join based on the stories. In fact, I remember when we did offline meetings, home meetings, you know, PBRs as we called them, the hotel meetings, whatever, we would always have testimonials at the end of every meeting because facts tell, stories sell. It was the testimonials that would close business. And I knew this to be true because I remember when I went to the first meeting in that company, it was 2006. I went to a meeting in Philadelphia. And I remember being like, okay, yeah, sounds good. Okay, interesting. But it was a testimonial. There was a guy that went in front of the room. He was the same age as me. He reminded me of myself. Like I felt like I really resonated with his story, and he had made 25,000 that month. And I just remember being like, dude, he made 25,000 part-time. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna go back home. And that was what fired me up on the road back home, on the drive back home. I'm, you know, calling people, inviting them to my grand opening, my PBR, my meeting at my house. And I was so fired up because of that testimonial. And I'm just telling y'all, man, this is a major key. Don't overlook what Ashley's sharing here is, you know, the update follow-up is the best way to get people to eventually get started because you're giving them updates, you're sharing stories, you're letting them know what's going on. You know, you got Black Friday around the corner. Let them know about that. Like you can figure out ways to justify following up with people. I love that. Any final tips, Ashley? Anything else that you think would be helpful for people?
I mean, I think when you're sorting through this massive numbers, it's important to work off of a calendar too. So it's impossible for me to remember if someone says they want to get started with me or with it, even if they're like, that's another thing I do. I make sure I have their time commitment. So I'll ask them, hey, I have a video I want to share with you. So when do you have time right now? Or, you know, is there another time that works better for you? They might tell me 5 p.m. I'm going to find out what time zone they're on and it's going to my calendar. That I follow up with people very diligently. And I think that's helped me a lot too. So I would encourage you to use your calendar. Nothing fancy for me. I just use the one in my phone. And another thing I think that's helped my reels perform better is I do encourage people. I do want people to comment on the actual video thread, because that just continues pushing it out, pushing it out, pushing it out. So I think that's helped me a lot as well.
So smart. And here's how you know a video is doing well: when you get haters. Just so you
Oh
all know.
yeah.
Sometimes people get upset. They're like, mean people. Those people are jealous. They don't like happy people. They don't like to see other people winning. And, you know, and sometimes, let's be honest too, some of these people, they're like kids, or they're just like, it's like somebody that like you would honestly never care what they thought of you, but because it's on a bit, just delete it. Just delete it. Now, I will say sometimes I don't take my own advice. I have fun. I'll never forget. I'm saying like never forget. This is only like a month ago, but there was an incident recently where a guy's like, "You're such a douchebag." That's what he said. That was his comment. And instead of deleting it, because I just like to have fun, I responded with, "Well, takes one to know one." So sometimes it's like we want to be like, "Oh, you know, let me argue with this person," and it's like, let them be right. Have fun with them. Like, you know, do the opposite of what most people would do in that situation. And I think you'll find you'll get a better response. And by the way, sometimes people are actually like you more because of
Yes.
how they see you handle the haters. I've even had haters turn around. So
Yeah.
just have fun with it. Don't take it so they don't know you, right? They don't know you. So if they said something, you know, maybe it's an opportunity for you to you know, have a little fun, or, you know, lighten up and respond in a way that maybe you wouldn't typically, or you just delete it. If you know, if it really offends you, it's really upsetting, just delete it. That's the one downside of becoming, you know, like a micro celebrity or whatever you call it, right? Like becoming like TikTok famous, as they call it. The one caveat to that is if you start like promoting stuff that you're selling, you're promoting your business, whatever, you're going to get some flack. You're going to get some people that might even like make videos hating on you, and anti-MLM people, and people trashing your company or your product. Like, it just is what it is. And these are just sad, angry, negative people a lot of times. And you know what? Sometimes it's just other people wanting to jump on your attention. They're trying to take advantage of your traction by, you know, bashing you or hating on you. You have to just roll with it, because it's a part of generating leads and building a following. Look at anybody that's crushing it online. They have a lot of haters, right? Anybody that's successful in business, anybody that's crushing it on TikTok or, you know, whatever social media, the bigger they are, the more famous they are, the more haters they have. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's true. Be so focused on your goals that it just falls off. It just rolls right off.
Right.
You know, because we really do. I've had, you know, like Whitney said, I've had people imitate me at this point. I've had every day several comments of people, and I do exactly that. I delete it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
So,
best videos that have gotten, you know, the most traction, the most viral videos always have the most haters. It is what it is.
yep.
And for those of you that are getting started, or you're wanting to pivot, another really great tip before we wrap this up is doing duets and stitches. Every time people will say, "What's a duet? What's a stitch?" If you don't know, then that's probably part of the reason you're not seeing the results. Just Google it, right? It's duets and stitches. They're very simple. It's like when you're you know, doing your video with someone else's video, you're hopping on someone else's video, like their video at the same time. Like, one of the videos we did was like Ed Milet talking about like he's been happy broke and happy rich. That video blew up on TikTok. It blew up on Facebook Reels. It's not even us talking. It's just us sitting there nodding our head, you know, playing his video as our own video. It's like the craziest thing, the littlest thing like that. Like, it's such a simple, easy thing. It blew up. So anyway, Ashley, any final thoughts? Really appreciate you hanging on to the very end. I know this has been like 68 minutes now, but definitely appreciate all your insight. This was really, really good to close it out.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think we covered it all
Awesome.
without being too redundant. And just go out there. My biggest tip is stumble forward. In March, I wasn't getting any traction. This happened for 6-7 months. But it was still a customer here, a customer there, something here, something there. I'm not going to complain about that. But the type of person I am is when I want something, nothing will stand in my way.
That's right.
And so you got to have the same mindset and tenacity that you want this and other people are making it work. So why can't you?
Right. You just do it until. Not
Exactly.
until it's hard, not until your spouse gets upset, not until you've done 100 videos. You do it until it works.
Yep.
Period. The
Yep.
only people that fail are the quitters. Quitters never win. Winners never quit. I appreciate you, Ashley, and also Whitney and Jenny Jo. I hope you all love this. Smash the heart button if you did. Definitely tag your teammates. Watch this replay. As soon as this is over, you can go back to the beginning if you got on late and watch it from the beginning. It's mind-boggling what these individuals are doing with these platforms, and there's so many success stories coming out of leveraging TikTok, leveraging Reels. It's the future. It's the now. Get on it. Do the things. It's uncomfortable. Good. That's where growth lives. All right, y'all. Audi 5000. If you want more training like this, subscribe to mylifestyleacademy.com. Mylifestyleacademy.com, where we help you go from average to savage and build the business of your dreams. We're out of here. See ya. Thanks, guys.
Bye.